What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Kristen here. I'm a licensed esthetician, an educator, mentor, a YouTuber, and a mom. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time checking me out, make sure you scroll through my channel and see what I'm about. I've been doing new videos for you guys every Monday. I've just been sharing with you about my real and raw journey about being a solo esthetician. I've been in this industry for about 5 years now, longer if you count my experience as a freelance makeup artist. I've just been super open with you guys about my journey. I do facial videos, so you're gonna want to make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're also an esthetician, or if you just love beauty and skincare. That all works here on this channel. If you guys haven't noticed, we are this close, and maybe by the time this video is posted, we are going to be at 25,000 beautiful, wonderful subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for your support, for your love. It does not go unnoticed. I really hope that you do gain so much from my channel, and I would not be doing this if it weren't for you guys. Thank you again, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I occasionally like to do these videos, esthetician Q&A videos, where I just tell you esthetician tips and advice, especially if you're just starting out in the industry. I know it can be really scary and intimidating to enter into this world of beauty and skincare. It's just so vast. I just want to make sure that I can give you as much of my advice as I can. I will be answering some of your questions that I have gotten in recent YouTube videos and on Instagram. Now, I have done other esthetician Q&As before, so if you haven't seen those already, make sure you check out the link below of other Q&As that I've done, and maybe those questions that you have that I don't answer in this video will be answered in those videos. So make sure you check those out when you can. And I will also be announcing the giveaway winner of my giveaway that I did in my How to Get Clients Fast video. Make sure you watch to the very end, because maybe one of you watching right now will win a wonderful probiotic clay mask, and probably some other goodies in there too. So grab your notebook and pen and continue watching. How you doing, you guys? I am juiced right now. I just looked at my channel and I realized that we are so close to reaching that 25,000 subscribers. So again, if you are one of those people, thank you so much for your love and for your support, and I hope that you clicking that subscribe button means that you are gaining so much from my channel, and I am determined to continue to make great content for you guys. Before we dive into this video, I want to address something real quick. So skin is always a changing. My skin has been so weird. So if you guys notice this like dark cast around my neck, it's because of jewelry, and my skin has never been reactive to things, and all of a sudden now it's reacting to fake metals. So now I'm looking at trying to get real stuff. But yeah, so ignore that. I've also started to have reaction to lash glue, and so I've had to start getting lash extensions if you haven't noticed. Lots of changes over here, so ignore that. I'm already aware of it, that there's this dark cast around my neck. So anyways, wow, okay, I haven't done one of these sit down talk videos with you guys in a while, where I just really share with you my thoughts and what's on my heart, and I just felt like drawn to do this. I don't know why. I feel like I've just been getting a ton of new subscribers, more people asking questions. And so I was like, okay, Kristen, you need to make one of these videos and just touch base and give you my best tips and advice that I can. But first and foremost, you know me, if you've been following me, I always like to kind of reflect and just acknowledge where things are at this point, just kind of give you some context as to where I'm at in my business and where I feel like my experience can help you guys. And so it's kind of crazy. Actually, today is my son's 2nd birthday. And I almost feel like emotional kind of like thinking about it, because I ended up opening up this studio right around his 1st birthday. Usually, you know, a lot of people say, oh my God, a year flew by, didn't even feel like a year. Well, girl, it felt like a year. When you are grinding, when you are going, you feel the time go by. About 5 years ago now, enrolled in beauty school. It has been 5 years since I started to look into beauty programs, and I just dove headfirst. At the time, I was working a full-time job, and I was just not about the 9-to-5 life. I did not like sitting behind a computer or talking to people on the phone. I'm a very face-to-face person, and I knew I wanted to do something different. And so after a bunch of soul searching and life just leading me to where it did, I found myself enrolling in an esthetician program, and 5 years later now, a solo business owner and a YouTuber, and just being able to make an impact. And that's what I've always strived to do. I never wanted to leave this earth without leaving my imprint. It's gonna take a lot of dedication, a lot of persistence, and a passion. And I've said that before in other videos, just an absolute passion for this industry. And I've found after so many years of just, you know, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and finally feeling like this is it. This is what I was meant to do. And so it's a really good feeling. It is overwhelming. I will be real with you guys about that I find myself staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning sometimes, especially because I am a mother, and I know some of you guys are also parents. And props to you guys if you guys are juggling, you know, parenthood and owning your own business, or, you know, working this industry, because starting out, it's tough. You know, you got to build a clientele, you got to gain that experience. And one of my biggest pieces of advice for you, especially if you are a new esthetician, is to not rush the process. It takes time, it takes experience to feel confident and to feel like you know what you're doing and knowing what you're talking about. I promise you, as soon as I got out of esthetician school, I did not feel confident. And I was in esthetician school dreaming and thinking about having my own space, but I had to also be realistic with myself. I had bills to pay. At the time, I was living on my own. And then eventually, obviously, I have a child now. And so reality really hits you hard sometimes. And you're like, I remember there's been probably 2 or 3 specific times being in this industry where I was like, is this worth it? Is this gonna pay my bills? Is this gonna be a career that can support me and my family? And I've had to really just like tough it out. You know, I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was working several jobs at once. I was staying up late, and even though I am working like my dream job now, I'm still making a lot of sacrifices. You just have to be ready for that. You know, you're gonna be seeing your friends and possibly family as well, like going and enjoying their lives, and you're gonna feel like you're missing out on things. And you might also find that the people closest to you don't support you as much as strangers do, and it's just the weirdest thing. I don't know why that is, but I have lost a lot of relationships. I've had to make a lot of tough decisions on who I surround myself with. It might be taken the wrong way by some people, but there's only so much you can do for certain relationships. You can only help people so much, and I always feel like I always try to inspire people to be positive and to do something with their life, but at the end of the day, you can't force them to see things the way that you see them. And so I will tell you that you're gonna have to make a lot of those tough choices getting into your own business. There's gonna be people that just don't understand why you're working so much, or why you're missing out on certain things, or this or that. And of course, you do want to create a balance, but you will see that you're gonna have to make some tough decisions as far as who you surround yourself with, and what pieces of advice that you take to heart, because most of the time people are gonna be telling you, oh, you shouldn't do that, it's risky, there's not a lot of money there, it's not stable. All of those doubts come from people's own doubts in themselves. Just make sure you can differentiate between the two, and I'm doing my best as sort of like your mentor in this scenario to help you make like calculated risks. And there's always going to be risks involved with pursuing your dreams, and there's a smart way of doing it. So I encourage you to make sure you continue to do your research, to evaluate where you are at in your journey, and if you're not necessarily right there just yet, don't rush it. Nobody's going anywhere. This industry is not going anywhere. Make sure that you and for your situation, you are as prepared as possible for this journey. That is my real raw, tips and advice for you guys today. I'm gonna dive into more specific questions that you guys have asked. So let me pull my laptop here, and I'm going to be going to my how to get clients fast video, because I did notice that there were some questions. Okay, from Danielle Wilder, newly licensed, but older and really knowledgeable and skilled, as I've worked around skincare my whole life. My dream is to have my own space, but I have no way to get a space at this time. Every place hiring is going to have a non-compete. They also want people to just follow their protocol. I need to choose a path like now, and I feel super stuck. Are there any places that allow you to also do your own thing? Well, Danielle, thank you for asking that question. I feel like I have been asked that before. And yes, there are spas and places that require you to sign contracts or agree to not have any side businesses involving skincare or anything that you're performing at their spa. I think it's really unfortunate that places like that feel so intimidated by their workers. But at the same time, I do understand, because at some point I would like to expand my business and have employees, and I wouldn't want somebody to come in and just gain all this experience and my knowledge and then leave. But they also need to understand that they cannot control what we do or what people do. And if people really are loyal, they will stay loyal. If you find yourself in that situation, I don't want to be somebody to tell you to go against the rules or to break contract, because obviously you can get in trouble for that. I did work at a spa that never had me sign a contract. They actually encouraged us to bring clients in, and they would allow us to rent the room for a very low rate and to do whatever treatment we wanted on them. I was very fortunate to have found a place like that, and it was because I went through the process of interviewing at multiple places. I did not settle. I wrote down the pros and cons of each place that I interviewed at, and I chose the one that fit my situation the best. And I knew that eventually I would want to open up my own space, and so I for sure did not want to work somewhere that would limit me in any capacity to be able to expand my own business. There are places out there that allow you to do so. So hopefully you can just continue to search for another place that wouldn't be making you sign a contract of any sort. And as far as your concern about having to do their protocols, that's pretty standard. If you're going into there hoping to kind of just do your own thing, you might want to shift that mindset a little bit, because you're performing for their business. You will have that freedom to do so when you're on your own. So just look forward to that, and look at your time at spa or medical spa or somewhere where, if you're working for somebody, look at that time as a place for you to just gain that experience and to get more comfortable doing facials, and obviously not having to like throw down a lot of money to start out or worry about, you know, having to get clientele. Like, the company is doing kind of the bigger piece of the work, and just say, you know what, this is temporary and I'm gonna make the most out of this situation, and I'm really just gonna try to gain as much as I can out of working here. When I worked at my spa, I couldn't post anything. I couldn't use my phone, I couldn't take content, nothing. And I was really, you know, not able to build a solid clientele that way. And so I honestly didn't have clients coming out of that. I didn't have a group of people that were coming with me from that spa to my own place. So it's still totally possible for you to be successful without having to bring clients from your spa. I mean, I hope that answers your question, and if I can clarify anything more, then go ahead and comment down below. But I would just say stay positive and look forward to the future. Okay, so Devaney Calhoun, if your books are not open 6 weeks out, how do you book your clients for the next month? Or is it only available for new clients? Okay, so to clarify, I have my books open to the public, so my booking website is open 4 weeks from the current date. That means new clients are able to book if there's space. For current clients, I only open up my books 6 weeks out from the current date, because that is what I recommend, is to get facials every 4 to 6 weeks. So I wouldn't want to have my books open any further, because it's going to encourage them to rebook sooner. And also I have that same policy for people who are trying to reschedule. If someone say can't make their appointment, I say, okay, you need to rebook within the 6 week time frame from the current date, and that encourages them to get in sooner than later. Me having my books open for new clients is only if I have room after I've booked current clients. And that's something else that you want to keep in mind with your business, is when you start getting booked up, you're gonna want to make sure you have the capacity to rebook your clients. So make sure you're juggling that, and it's a fine line because I'm still kind of struggling with that, being able to rebook people because I'll get so booked up. And that's why I had to have a solid like, no, I'm not taking any more clients, because I was starting to get to a point where I couldn't rebook people within a certain amount of time. So keep that in mind as you are gaining that clientele. I'm gonna go to Instagram because I know that I get some DMs from you guys. Also, you guys, for you guys who don't know, I do offer coaching services. So if you want to have a personal one-to-one Zoom call with me, I do offer 30-minute sessions. And some of you guys I know are like, oh, well, 30 minutes, is that even enough time? Yes, it is plenty time. We narrow down your topic as specific and as high priority as possible, and then I give you action items to leave with so that you feel like, okay, now I know what the next step is. So if you're interested in that, I will put my contact information down below, and you can contact me if you have any further questions. Okay, so Mayaraki Studio said, what line do you prefer for acne? That's a tough question because I have multiple skincare lines for my back bar. If you haven't checked out my back bar videos, I will link those below for you guys, and up here, one of them, because I've done two. I would say if I had to narrow it down to the two, it'd be Image and Skin Script. Skin Script has really, really great enzymes and peels. Yeah, I feel like I've seen really, really great results from using those enzymes. Okay, so Ali Garcia _95. Hi, I've been watching your videos this past week. I'm planning on getting my own space in 2 months. I'm wondering what it costs you to get your back bar products to start out. From what I remember, I believe that I spent $2,500. And that was just for very basic products. You probably will want a little bit more than that if you want to have a little bit more flexibility, but I would say about $2,000 to $3,000 is a good place to start. And I know I've gotten some questions about what books that I read, and so a really, really, really great book that I read a little bit ago was called Atomic Habits. It really just solidified for me what it takes to establish habits, good habits, and to like stick to, say, like your plan to reach your goals. This book completely like says, you know, it's don't have goals, have an action plan to get to where you want to be, and to look at life as like a journey and not necessarily there being like a finish line, because once you reach that finish line, you're like, okay, what next? This book really helped me to create action items and create habits around getting closer to where I want to be in life. So I highly recommend you read that book. I will link that down below. On my Amazon storefront, I actually have a whole list of books that I've ordered from there. So if you want to check that out, make sure you check it out below. And of course, I keep getting a lot of questions about building clientele. If you haven't seen my How to Get Clients Fast video or my How to Make 10K a Month as a Sole Esthetician videos, I'll make sure I link those below as well for you guys. Right off the top of my head, when I mentioned to you guys to post your availability on Instagram, say you have like a couple slots that you're trying to fill, another really great strategy to do when those spots get booked is to repost that picture or whatever it is you posted and put a GIF. It's one of those like animated stickers basically, and you put one on top of the appointment, and you can put taken or booked, so that people see, holy crap, like she just got booked for this and it got taken just, you know, like that. I've gotten messages before where people are like, oh my god, like that was fast, or, you know, darn, I missed it, or whatever. So another way to create a sense of FOMO that I found is a really cool extra little tip that I forgot to mention in that video. So if you're watching this now, good job. But I think that's all the time I have to answer questions today. Hopefully you gained something out of this video. Like I said, it was more for me to touch base with you guys, to answer a couple of your questions, and now for the giveaway winner. So thank you for watching to the very end. I appreciate you. And without further ado, here is my wheel of names that I'm going to be spinning, and we'll see who wins. Here we go. Life Elena, congratulations. I will try to get in touch with you. I'll comment on your comment to let you know that you won, and we'll figure out a way to get you your probiotic mask along with some other cool goodies I'll throw in there. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your week. Comment below with any further questions you may have for a future Q&A video. Mwah, I love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.